Yeah, Weege show. We're at the giant Atlanta Motor Speedway. A year ago, we made a huge thing about this track and this venue for the Weege show. We're kind of used to it now because we got 3 races in last year. So I guess the gimmick this time is that we have a east-west shootout. We'll talk to our contenders like that one right there about that. It's a contender here.
Please stop with the fucking lid.
It's legit. It's a legit. He doesn't even want me to get it fixed. He holds the secrets. He doesn't tell me anything.
Did you write to the advice column? That's what he said. You should write to the.
He got ACL surgery 6 months ago, and he's like, I don't know anything about surgery or who got it, huh?
Still milking.
I got a bucket handle tear at my meniscus. I just want to know what the athletes really go through. I do. I just want to. I'm going to break my navicular and my collarbone next. Yes.
You want to really understand.
This is method journalism. Method journalism.
Method actor.
Am I interrupting you guys?
No, it's good.
I mean, Phil, you almost won last week, bro.
You did great. Yeah.
So can you get that one last step and take the W?
No. I got a ways to go for that one.
I was expecting nothing but. You were catching them. They were like 3 laps, bro, where you were taking tenths.
A little bit, yeah. I was just telling Dan I was hoping for the famous RJ Tuck. He had it in the other 2 mains, but the one I'm finally behind him in, I got my own shot. He doesn't. So, but yeah, that's my luck. Shitty.
You were thinking about it.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm just waiting for it. And he had a couple close calls in the whoops, but it never came.
Second place guy, just 1 position away, and he's doing it again. It's east-west. Everybody's talking to somebody. We got 450 dudes over here, but you really want to know about east-west, right? Just sympathy, just to get sympathy. What I try to do is experience everything you guys go through. So like a true journalist, I'll understand. Yeah, I got meniscus and ACL. You been there?
Been there.
Exactly. I'm going through what you're going through. 2 times. Each leg or 2 times on 1 leg? Yeah, I mean, I can get by for a while, but eventually I got to get it fixed. You didn't race this last year, did you?
No.
You didn't make it, so you don't know anything about it.
Don't know anything.
Are you excited, though?
I know there's some big jumps out there.
Yes, dude. Are you excited, though?
Yeah.
Does it seem cool?
Yeah, it seems cool.
And is the dirt a little? Is there something, Georgia? Can we count anything?
I mean, it's red clay, and
Okay.
I also see like some wood chips in here, which was kind of something that you would see whenever you go to like Aonia Pass and stuff.
Oh, wow, Aonia Pass, good reference. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Not MTF, but you've seen it before.
Right.
Okay. So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance.
There's a chance. All right, Jordan Smith making his debut at Atlanta because he didn't race here last year. Pierce Brown. How do you feel about last week? Disaster or, hey, at least I was fast and I could have won one? Good or bad? Positive, negative?
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? There are some positives.
There's some positives
Yeah.
for sure. The last moto was a positive.
Yep.
I thought with how the day was going, how I rebounded and was able to get up front early and put myself in the position to win was good. Just unfortunately made a mistake, threw away that win, and then the rest of the night was kind of just a throwaway, you know?
Right.
Obviously, I'm bummed. We lost a lot of points. We were sitting 3rd and had a good opportunity to make up some points on McAdoo, but I mean, we're here, we're healthy, so that's positive. We showed some speed last week, and then we made a lot of improvements this week on the bike. So, yeah, all in all, I think we're just making huge steps forward.
Hey, Joe Shimoda, when we saw you in Seattle, were you like ready with the ankle, or was it like a last-minute decision, and are you better now?
Kind of not, kind of yes, but
yeah.
My ankle was healed up. I had a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem was I only did 3 days of Supercross.
Right.
So I wasn't kind of sure what I can do.
Yeah.
And I mean on the fitness wise too. So a little bit uncomfortable at first.
Yep.
Got to look better for all of these.
Well, I was going to say, so you had like 2-3 weeks now, so it should be better. You've made progress since there?
Yeah, I think so, hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. What do you think of this track? This is a different one completely.
Big jumps, honestly.
Yes.
The layout's like, it looks just fast.
Yes.
Like a lot of open corners.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's one big triple by this time. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but
could be like a quint or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that kind of speed. Here we go. We got Christian Craig. Are we supposed to hype up East West, or you're just like, hey man, it's points and let's not let a bunch of things go wrong with more guys out there, or do you want to win?
No, a little bit of both.
Okay.
I want to think big picture. I think Jett's probably saying the same as, I want to win.
He did last week,
I want to win, but I do have a comfortable points lead, so I want to maximize that. And but there is a lot of like hype buildup.
There is?
For this race. And there always is on those, like the finale where we race each other. So it's part of it. Obviously want to do good, but my main goal is to be in front of the 29 and the 96.
Look, their field got decimated with injury pretty quick. So you've really had 3-4 guys that you're battling with every week.
Coast,
exactly. So I'm going to ask them the same thing, but is it almost different? Like, hey, we finally got a Gaeta. We're back to 16 type guys like it was supposed to be.
Exactly, So West Coast, obviously, there's people saying how a lot of people got hurt, and that happened, but you look at the other coast, and now 450s has a lot of guys out too. So it is that time of year where, unfortunately, this happens, but I mean, you'll see, I guess, we still have the top guys here. And, we'll see.
This is a real field. We're back to,
it's kind of like outdoors-ish.
Get ready for that.
Yeah.
But you'll be on a big bike then. Of course, a shout out to our sponsor, which is the all-new Honda CRF250R. It is lighter, faster, and stronger for 2022 Team Fried, and there will be 2 of them in action with both Lawrence brothers, so that'll be fun to get some of the jousting and the jesting and the trash talk on each other. I always feel like this is what happens when we go to these East-West. Ready? I'm gonna give you a better background with more bikes and riders and the cool Atlanta Motor Speedway. Everyone goes into these East-West and they immediately are like, well, here's the guy leading the points or the champion on one, and here's the guy leading the points and the champion on the other, and they just are like, oh, I can't wait to see those 2 battle each other. And then everybody else on the gate gets super pissed off that they're not being mentioned as a guy that could potentially win a race, such as Hunter Lawrence or Mosiman on one coast. So those guys are often factors, and often they are the ones that end up winning these things, especially at the end of the year, like it's the finale, and there's points and title the guys are trying to manage for the points leaders. But even these mid-season ones, I remember Jeremy Martin came out of nowhere and won one. I think it was in Indy one year. So we often do not see either points leader or champion win. So keep that in mind before we just say this is the Jett versus Craig showdown. I have a perfect example here. Everybody's going to this race, and they're like, oh, this is awesome. Points leader on one coast. Craig, points leader on one coast. Jett, who's going to win between the 2 of them?
Hunter.
How disrespectful is that?
Yeah, Daddy ain't happy.
Right? Like, aren't there other guys that can win, or is it just...
He calls himself Daddy. Daddy calls
just
himself
pointed
Daddy.
right now.
Hey, Daddy does.
Daddy does.
Yeah, Daddy does, son. Get used to it. So can you win, or is it only between 2 guys?
No, Weege, I can't win.
Okay, it's only between... Okay, you got a 50-50 shot then.
Hey, Weege Show fans, I asked Hunter who he wanted to beat more. Christian, who's in his coast, or Jett, and I didn't even finish the question, and he said Jett. So.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Yes. So can other guys win besides you and Craig, or is there no chance?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you never know.
I'm just going by what the fans keep saying. It's Jett versus Craig. I don't hear any other names. Okay.
I could wash the front somewhere. Craig could eat it in the whoops. Like, you never know.
Yes.
I mean, it's you never know. It's
the weather tomorrow.
I'll stop.
And the weather.
I'm telling you.
Really?
Phil could take it. You need to be talking
okay, we're here for that. He looks really fired up.
This guy could take it. 7:15 could be holding the trophy up tomorrow.
He just told me his hope is to qualify. So
yeah, it's hey, he's a second place guy right now. He's a second place guy right now.
He got second in the last race.
Hey,
he did.
I wish
he did beat you.
To be honest, I'd kind of wish he would have won that. That would have been sick. If he won that, I would have.
Oh yeah.
Because RJ still would have got IT's win.
Everyone would have lost their mind.
I was rooting for it. I'm gonna be honest.
He would have ghosted the bike and started boxing some tough block.
And just
he would have smiled.
Over the finish line, he got just
all of them.
Yeah. The WWE catchphrase.
Yeah.
Anyway, you already said your piece last week. Your real goal is to not necessarily win, it's just points, and no one's going to care in 5 years who wins this one. Is that what we're sticking to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Don't blow it.
Don't blow it.
Exactly. But is it going to be cool to race pro? It's been a little while.
It is. It's going to be exciting.
All right. Other guys can win. Sean, thanks for holding this. Great job. Sorry, we're going to take off to Forkner when you could watch this track. Have you been riding? Are you ready, or are you just showing up? What's the deal here?
Yeah, I had 3 days of outdoors and 5 days of Supercross, I think.
Okay.
I wanted to come back last week, but
all right.
I was really pushing for St. Louis, but at that point I had only had 3 days of outdoors and 2 days of Supercross, and I was good. I felt ready to go. I could do, full length motos. I was fast, but the team was like, no. So it was kind of them. They were like, nah, pump the brakes a little bit. So,
they need you now. They lost another guy.
Yeah. So they were good with this weekend, and that was obviously I wasn't gonna say no, but I did kind of want to. I did kind of want to come back in St. Louis. Obviously, it's a home race, and I like that dirt, but it's not an East-West shootout, so I could just, you know, might have a little bit of an easier time first race back, but
get into it,
it's what it is. So I'll take whatever I can get. I really just wanted to get more gate drops in this year before outdoors.
Well, yeah, because last year you could have probably come back for the last few and chose not to.
That was it was kind of, I guess a joint decision. Let's not do that last year. And then I had a bad outdoors, so I was like, this year, look, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but whether or not, I want to do something different. So I want to, you know, I get paid to race, not ride. That's kind of where I'm like, let me just go race. You know, get on the track, getting a fifth, getting a, you know, anything is better than being a home sitting on the couch.
And finally, as for that sitting on the couch, how long were you off? Like, collarbone's not gnarly in motocross terms. Do you feel like way off the back, or didn't lose that much?
No, I don't think I lost that much at all.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I lost that much at all. It was, at first they said I didn't need surgery, so I was like a week, and then there was still a big bump, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. So I went and got an x-ray. The plate ended up trying to come off the collarbone, my old plate, so I had to get another one done. So I probably would have been back in St. Louis if I had initially gotten surgery, but all the doctors said, no, you're good, you're good. So I did, and then I did, and then it was only 3 weeks for that. The, I guess, bigger issue was I re-tore my labrum.
Oh no.
So I tore my labrum at the end of last year, and I re-tore it. And that was the thing that was still bothering me. The collarbone, whenever I started riding again, was no problem. Like it was 100% basically. But the labrum, it still bugs me a little bit, but it doesn't really hold me back. So that was, you know, that was, I guess, the only thing, and I can try through it. So
okay. All right, could be fun. Throw you the mix.
Yeah.
All right, watch the track now. There we go. Austin Forkner, he's back, and that's gonna wrap the Weege show. But I'm now going to shoot footage that I will put underneath the footage I already shot. It's gonna be like a breaking of the time-space continuum. We watch these 450 riders get to this absolutely massive racetrack. Wait, I got one more guy. Have we passed the statute of limitations, or can we still talk? Or is it study the track time?
I mean, a little bit of both.
Go watch the track. Yeah, you want to watch? Yikes. I just want to know this. When you hear like, oh, Jett and Craig, who's going to win? Does that piss you off a little bit?
I don't know if piss you off is a good word, but I definitely feel like I'm left out of that conversation.
You are, yeah.
You know, actually Daniel was on it was Race Day Live last weekend, and I was on my spin bike doing a spin.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you know, everyone's talking Daniel and Craig, and you know, you got to think Michael Mosiman's sitting at home right now, and really like, and I'm watching that, I'm like, you are freaking right.
It was actually happening.
Oh yeah, I'm like sitting watching this, I'm like, the second before he said that, I was like,
they're not going to bring your name up, and then he did.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a little motivation. All right, thank you. That's the flavor right now. There's a lot of other guys that can win this, and history shows they can do it. We'll be right back. This right here is the biggest jump I've ever seen in a Supercross track, by far. Vince Freeze, first man over. RJ doesn't do it. Jordan Smith. Let the record show Vince Freeze, first 250 rider to do it. Smith and Freezy, only guys. That's Craig. Ouch. We have a victim. Hunter Lawrence crashed. He's getting back up. I didn't get the footage, and I try not to show that stuff anyway. He's a tough hombre, and he's going to throw a leg over. His brother actually came over and stopped to make sure that no one jumped the jump the instant he went down. And the veteran leadership of Phil Nicoletti also stopping to make sure he's okay. And it looks like he's all right. And they just actually magnetized, they just popped the visor back on. Something I want to point out here, this is the annual St. Jude's race. We've got a lot of cool stuff on April 25th. The stuff will go up for bid on an eBay auction. We'll put it on the RacerX website. So this banner here, this Race Saves Lives banner, which is where the riders ride on and off of the track. Every rider here is going to sign this. So you'll end up getting, what's that going to be, 80 signatures, 100 signatures on this banner by the time the weekend is over. Like that's a Craig, I can barely read these names. That's a Forkner. That's a Hunter Lawrence working his way back out. And a lot of riders also have special St. Jude gear and graphics. You saw Phil had some weird looking gear. That's actually signatures. When you see it up close, actually signatures of St. Jude patients on their gear, on the graphics of the bikes. And as usual with this Race Saves Lives, there will be tons of gear, plastic, memorabilia, all up for grabs starting April 25th. And the bidding will go through the end of the season the next weekend at Salt Lake City. Just giving a look at the gear here. That's cool. Update here from the final moments of press day. The 110-footer over there, I believe, is going to be changed. Riders weren't too happy how big that was. And in this booter, which is almost like a wall that turned into a double after the whoops, I believe that's going to get changed too. Remember what everybody said this morning when we first got here? They said lots of big jumps. They're still going to be big. Probably just not as big.